Always a great place to visit. If you haven't been to the state of Victoria, we highly recommend it. It's a tradition that Victorians love their sport, from the footy and the AFL, which actually had quite a...
Nobody's giving up anything. Here we go. Way deep.
Wow.
Toledo.
Oh, way to start. Great eye, Kaipo. Now floating that section is Toledo, one of the fastest surfers on the planet, going for a full rotation on his opening ride of 2026. He does get stuck on the landing.
And trust in my team, Richard Dog Marsh, my wife, Sophia, my strength and conditioning coach, Adam, my sports psychologist, Stefano, the whole team that goes around it, and obviously my family, that without them I wouldn't be anywhere else. So I love you guys at home. Thanks for staying up. Forza Italia. Yeah.
As we transition into this matchup, whoever wins this heat will take on Leo in round 3. Will it be Filipe? Will it be Eli Hanneman? For Filipe Toledo, he's one of the biggest names as we watch Eli Hanneman getting down the line, punches out the fins, throws it out into reverse, and still hunting through the flats here. He's so proud that number 61 is back. Growing up a lot and a lot of prep into this moment. A couple of soft sections, but he'll stay light on his feet to get the completion there. And Eli will get another number next to his 2.5. 2012, so his rookie season was 2013. Eli's watched a lot of highlights. What did he do on this one, Flick?
He's staying busy. I mean, and he gets, a variety of maneuvers here. You got a carve, you got a bit of a fin release, and then you've got, he went to the air. So, look, it's a smaller wave. Is it going to be a massive score? Probably not. But as we see Filipe now out the back.
Two-time world champ Toledo tracking down the line. Hard off the bottom. Big fin throw reverse. Explosive once again. Getting into the guts of the wave with some beautiful rails. Nice top turn wrap once again for the Belge champion. And now starting to hunt. Nice off the top again for Filipe. Carves it in the pocket. So fast in transition, and now cruising through this last little point. He'll tap it shut. People on their feet enjoying that ride here at Bells. Number 77 enjoyed a long off season.
Emotion sort of come out. And it was epic to see Filipe back in, true form as we watch him just, really get progressive here on this first maneuver, which I think the judges are going to really appreciate, because you put it all on the line on the first maneuver. There's a lot of risk associated with that. He does get those more traditional sort of carving maneuvers that we're, drawn to seeing at the bowl, and gets a nice finish. So I feel like this is going to be, obviously his first wave of consequence in this heat. And I loved the risk. That was, for me, that was the big moment on this wave. Obviously he links all the dots together, but for me that first turn is where it was at.
In 2018, when it was really hard to get an 8, he still shows up and pushes the panel to give him big numbers. Late to that section was Eli Hanneman as he goes down. That's right, Kaipo, watching Eli having to get out of the way. Toledo with priority. Speed off the roof of that one. Toledo's left behind, so he kicks out. Now Eli will have priority, and he'll be happy to see that Filipe didn't make any improvements. These two enjoying a uncrowded Bells lineup. It will be Filipe Toledo just keeping the energy on his side, just up and down. One thing they both have in common, they're absolute prodigies at a young age. Remember when...
Look here from Filipe, potential ride, loading.
Locking in here, using a lot of the lineup is Toledo. One of the toughest guys to watch with priority. Tracking, big section, giant full road attempt as we'll get caught up in this seat. Eli Hanneman on this one.
Yeah, let's see what Eli can get done. He's kind of chasing Filipe's tail, so nice wrap to start. Looks like he's kind of loading up for something here. Goes to the air. Behind him, let's get caught up with Filipe. So he's trying to drop a 2 right now. Really just trying to back up this 733. Beautiful rail work. And looks like he gets up into the lip here, releases the fins. Wave goes a little bit frothy, but he's keeping the board active through this section. And we'll see what he's got here on the inside. Kind of looks like he may be loading up for a big tail jam hack, layback. So, the man in this heat right now, Filipe, obviously his stats speak to that as we see him up and riding now.
Captain of the Sharp Eye Surfboards team. He's got a big section. Throws down the big full rotation into a wrapping cutback. He had a couple of attempts on that maneuver. This time pulls it off in transition in the pocket. And now changing gears. Go left, Filipe. Why not? Playing with the white water there, and now finishing with a classy little snap in the white water.
Let's have a look. Smaller wave, but look, I mean, he just absolutely nails this first section. You can see him loading up. We know what he's going for. Eyes off the section and just sunk. Clears so much ground too. It was almost just a transitioning over, through the section. It's just really wizardry in the air. I mean, it's poetry in motion. He's really got it on lock. We've seen him go to this sort of maneuver so many times before, But for me, I just will never, ever forget that wave at J-Bay, the 2A reverses, the big scores he's dropped there over the years, and now doing it on the bowl.
Timed well, but again, that is waiting and unwaiting and really utilizing that pump. Really impressive. You've got Eli trying to answer back.
Hanneman setting up that little tap to start, waiting to ramp up, needs a 917 now. Goes to the sky, tail waft, reverse. Off the bottom again, punches the white water. Needs to use everything he's got with his time management now down to 5 minutes. Essing his way out front, deciding which way to finish, backhand or forehand. He'll choose this little inside right to end up getting stuck off the top, so loses the final turn. Great surf mind that's backing Eli Hanneman, Jake Marshall always. This is that last wave they were curious about, Flick. It turns in at a 5.27.
Yeah, look, it's exactly what Jake was talking to, right? I mean, and Chris, he needed to pull the trigger then because he needed to break this down, the requirement down, sorry. So he's done just that. He's turned in the 5.27. I mean, look, he needed to pull the trigger because he didn't need it to be a two-wave, total. If it was with that much time on the clock, it would have been over. So he's made an opportunity for himself.
For Filipe, he's holding priority and a solid lead, and Eli will start searching under priority. Already looking a little disinterested, now committing to just going upside down, and a bit of frustration let out there. All throughout Brazil, and several of them become world title threats. Here comes Toledo now, 17 seconds to go, playing a little defense and just getting a ride into the beach. Speeding down the line, attacking those messy sections well. Looks really in time. Eli will get this wave. Nice draw off the bottom, little misconnection off the lip. Now into a swoop into the pocket. And he'll ride this one into the beach. Eli looks like he'll be heading to West Oz, and Filipe Toledo is heading into round 3 to take on Leo Fioravanti as this event continues.